Nitrogen is the fifth most abundant element in the universe and is essential for life on Earth, making up just over 78% of the air that we breathe. Humans love nitrogen. We use it to give our cars a boost. We take it to keep us free of tooth pain. We name our American gladiators after it. And now we cram it into Pepsi. Nitro Pepsi right now on You Tried Dat. Nitro Pepsi. I'm Nick Novak for the panel. Jade Hancock.
Howdy.
And minus the voice crack. And Nick Craig.
Hi guys. Hello.
That's why I failed my audition for American Gladiators, was because I didn't have a manly enough voice.
Are you ready? Thunder thighs?
Thunder thighs. Jump ass. You're up. Okay. Thanks, Laser.
I inhaled too much nitrogen earlier. That's my excuse.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I was went on a bike ride.
You did?
Found myself on the way back hungry in a Subway. All right. That's my first mistake. I was in a
boy.
Subway.
Oh boy,
Subway
what
restaurant?
were you doing?
No, Subway sandwiches. Not like I rode my bike down the fucking Subway stairs.
I don't know. Oh God.
And so I'm in line. I'm next to go up, and the lady who's making the sandwiches has gloves on, goes into like a 5 sneeze fit, right? And sneezes into her like elbow, back of inside of her elbow. Choo choo choo. And she's currently like making this other guy's sandwiches. And then as she's working, is going, ugh, like wiping her hand. She has the gloves on, but she's kind of wiping it on like her shirt sleeve. And so I think for about 10 seconds, and then I'm like, I gotta leave, right? Like you can't fucking stay there, you gotta leave.
You shouldn't have entered.
She just coveted all over those deli meats. You got to get out of there.
And so I start walking towards the door, and she's like, "Sir, I'm ready for you." So, what would you say in that position? Tell me, Chad. We'll start with you. What would you say in that exact?
I would say I changed my mind and then just like walk out. That's what
Yeah, and I was just like, no, I'm good, and just leave.
And so, like, right on the spot, I was, she says, "I'm ready for you." And so I have like a third of a second to think. I'm not gonna say, "You fucking sneezes all over this."
Ham and cheese to go, please.
Okay, make my sandwich. Extra sneeze, extra sneeze.
So I just said, "I have somewhere else to be."
I have a very important business engagement. Just walk out.
Holy shit! I'm late for an interview. I don't know why I stopped at Subway.
And that somewhere else is literally any other restaurant. They're all higher quality. Just give me that Taco Bell horse meat instead, or whatever.
So yeah, that's was pretty gross. So speaking of pretty gross, Geiger, you recently tried the Mountain Dew Voodoo.
Oh yeah, and by recently I mean I tried a Voodoo I bought that on the bottle says you should drink it by November 21st of 2021. So I bought Voodoo thinking it'd be fun to do for the podcast. The two of you never ended up finding it or getting it. So
I never once saw it in a grocery store out here. Never once.
And then I just kept it in the fridge, kept putting it off. So we're gonna we did it today. If you don't recall, Voodoo is the mystery soda that Mountain Dew releases every year. It's usually just like a milky color. And it doesn't tell you what flavor it is. You have to drink it and kind of figure it out for yourself. So hopefully the length of time did not alter the taste too much. But my wife and kids helped me with this. So I had a taste. It was not good. It was very, very sweet. Like,
have you tried the previous Voodoos or no?
I think we did a Voodoo for the podcast one time.
Oh, did we?
I thought so.
If we haven't already established, you love Mountain Dew.
I love Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew is pretty fucking gross.
Yes.
Nasty.
Like in general.
Right.
I'd almost just, like if it's a fresh Mountain Dew in one cup, and then a Dr. Pepper that a lady sneezed in, I would have a tough decision.
But now, to be fair, I only like the original Mountain Dew. All the other variants are bad. So
Okay.
I'm
I feel
pretty.
like I've seen you have a Code Red before.
Oh, I mean, if it's around, I mean, but my dad loves Code Red, so I've had it because he used to bring it into work and stuff. But
So because I was reading that this is the third year they did the Voodoo, 2021.
I know I've done one other one, and
Okay.
but they all just seem super sweet. So my son said he thought it was grapefruit flavored. Evie then said mango grapefruit.
Okay.
Which caused my wife to immediately yell, "Mango!" Like, you know, like I was like a crazed weirdo. And I just have a hard time thinking they do this like voodoo promotion and be like, "Yep, tastes like mango." Like, it's like that seems too boring.
But
And
mango
Your family
grapefruit
seems pretty fucking unoriginal. Just
Yeah,
the words the last one said.
yeah, I think there was some anything I said, my daughter would go, "Yeah, you're right. It does taste like that." So I could have said like pork chop or something. But so it was very sweet, but I did have a flavor that was reminiscent of it. So I was torn between marshmallow and bubblegum, and I'll go bubblegum flavor. So Jed, you have looked it up.
I have Mountain Dew.fandom.com, which is the Mountain Dew wiki.
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay.
I started that site.
Yeah. Someone bothers to maintain this.
I'm Dupus _ 2022.
So none of you are correct. According to this, the flavor is fruit candy chews.
Okay, that's such a fucking cop out. Basically,
What?
that's any fruit flavor then? So they were right because Jay kept saying it tastes like fruit. And I agreed with him, but I just didn't think that would be such a lame answer.
So many people who have tried it have drawn comparisons to Starburst, Laffy Taffy, Sweet Tarts, other fruit candies.
Those things all have multiple flavors to them.
I will give. Okay, so I'm going to declare.
It must have been the mango grapefruit flavor, I guess. I don't know.
I'll give my daughter credit. Or my daughter or my son said it did. They actually said it tastes like Starburst. Now that you say that, like one of them, but then they went with an actual fruit flavor. So
you talked them out of the correct answer.
That sounds dumb, you fucking idiot. Oh, it's Starburst. Okay, good job, kid. My wife repeatedly just shouted mango like a psycho. Mango.
Ooh, well, luckily we're not drinking Mountain Dew today.
Oh yeah,
drinking
terrible.
some Pepsis.
What is it? Is it like nobody touch a Demango or something? Isn't that something?
You can't have a Demango.
You can't.
Oh, what is that from?
It's Chris Kattan from SNL when he was that like weird.
Right.
Yeah, it's totally relevant and topical sketch that everyone's still talking about today.
Nobody touch a Demango. Come on. Nobody touch a Demango. You know.
Nobody touch the fruit shoes.
That's when
Nobody guess on the fruit shoes.
When I was leaving Subway, she's like, "Sir, we're ready for you." And I was like, "Nobody touch a Demango." And I just ran.
Nobody wipe a Denozo.
All right. They do make a mango Pepsi.
Yeah.
You can get it in cans, but we today we're drinking the Nitro Pepsi.
But nobody touch it. It didn't sell well.
For some reason, out of our genius text thread, we decided we should also buy a regular and Diet Pepsi.
Okay. Here's what I said. So my original thought was we should compare Nitro to regular. But then I'm like, regular is going to be better. It's just going to end up with us saying regular is going to be better. So let's throw in Diet as well to see, is it better than Diet at least? You know what I mean? So that's sort of why I thought of that. But I couldn't find any small cans of Diet. So I have a 20 ounce, and I was telling you guys that like probably 19 and a half ounces of that is going to go right down the drain.
We have Diet Pepsi in my house all the time. My wife drinks it. So I'm very used to this.
Chad, do we have some kind of a Pepsi rating scale?
Yeah, I thought of one earlier and then I forgot to write it down. I think it was Pepsi or Poopsie. But and then there was a third one that I've forgotten. So let's just say each one's going to be a Pepsi or a Poopsie.
Okay.
You wanted a mango. You don't want a mango.
You touch
You
it a
might
mango.
want
You
Right.
massage it
All
a
right.
mango.
Let's drink the regular first.
Right.
I also have the 20 ouncer.
I have
So
the
Pepsi-
tall. I have the tall boy cans, the 16-ounce cans.
Oh. So Pepsi, if you don't know, is a cola drink.
Now we did. Do you guys remember? So we did a blind taste test a couple years back. Pepsi, Coke, RC Cola. I don't remember what you guys said, but I actually surprisingly learned from that I liked Pepsi the best.
Yeah, that you and Geiger both were that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I still
I
don't.
was Coke.
I still like Coke better, and I will buy Cokes.
You could not be convinced by science.
No. It was the cup, I tell you. Yep,
All
that's
right.
Pepsi.
So Geiger,
Yeah.
is a Pepsi
A
a
Pepsi.
Pepsi or
Yeah, I don't. This
I did-
Pepsi sure is Pepsi.
I think the other idea I had, we could go with this instead. You decide. Was a 3-point system. At the top is Pepsi, at the middle is Nitro Pepsi, and at the bottom is Diet Pepsi.
So
How
wait,
about Pepsi, middle is Poopsie, and bottom is nobody touched a mango.
okay, we'll do that.
Okay, great.
I like Pepsi fine. Like I said, I do like Coke better, despite what I said previously. Despite my I will, but I guess I've never I never go to buy a Pepsi. If I'm drinking a soft drink, I look for Mountain Dew first, not Voodoo, the regular, not Livewire, not the Call of Duty ones, just the regular green nuclear Dew. And then I'll get a Coke second, and probably like Dr. Pepper or something like that third. So I would just, I don't mind Pepsi. Why is this so hard? I will give this a. So wait, Poopsie's in the middle, which makes it sound like I hate it.
Rate the fucking Pepsi.
Is a Pepsi a Pepsi? Answer the question.
Okay, Pepsi is Pepsi. I like it's fine. I'm getting stupid at scale of all time.
All right, Chad.
So to me, actually, I think it really is like a mood thing, whether I like Coke or Pepsi better. Like there are some times that I really crave the extra sweetness from a Pepsi, and sometimes I crave kind of like, I think Coke feels maybe a little more carbonated to me. I might be making that up. But there are just some times where it's like, oh, I need to have Coke. But both of those times are pretty rare now, since I just don't drink a lot of soda anymore, except for root beer. If for me, I'm not grabbing for the nuclear piss like Geiger. I'm grabbing for root beer if I'm going for a soda. But yeah, I mean, Pepsi, it's a classic. If I'm not getting a root beer, it will be either a Coke or Pepsi. That's pretty much where my soda ends. Root beer, Coke, or Pepsi. I don't go for really anything else. So yeah, I think it's pretty clear, guys. Pepsi's a Pepsi.
Can't argue that.
When I cut back my soda intake, I decided I'm only drinking Dr. Pepper or Cherry Coke or Cherry Pepsi, but I won't drink regular ones unless I'm out at a restaurant and I feel like I want a soda. Or
What a hero. When I cut back, I decided I only drink 2 kinds of soda from now on.
Well, I guess I mean, like, if I was somewhere and all they had was I'm just like, I'm not gonna waste my, like, let's say I was giving myself 3 sodas a week. Like, I'm only gonna drink the ones I like.
Mm-hmm.
So Pepsi I will drink only if it's like really at a restaurant and I want a soda instead of like a beer or something. So it is still good. Cola is good, right? Tastes nice. It tastes Pepsi. So I'm gonna give it a Pepsi. And we've got 3 Pepsis for the Pepsi.
Are we having strokes? I got some Pepsi. We have Pepsi right here. I give it a Pepsi.
Let's go to Diet Pepsi.
All right.
So I was reading actually interesting note that all diet sodas will be going away because people because of the word diet, right, is like no longer a term that like these companies are gonna want to use. So things like the Coke Zeros and of the world, that kind of stuff, and maybe they'll name this Diet Pepsi flavor or this Diet Pepsi formula something different.
So it'll be the same beverage. They're not like getting rid of this fucking nasty swill. They're just going to change the name to like.
They're going to call it Voodoo.
They're going to change.
No one will drink it.
The Mountain Dew Voodoo flavor is Diet Pepsi.
Awesome. Gotcha.
All right, Chad, what do you think?
They're going to change it to nobody touch it to sugar. No sugar in it. This shit is fucking nasty. You said this is Betsy's preferred soda of choice.
Yeah, she drinks this all the time.
Yeah. I know there are people that love diet sodas. I know there are people that love the Zero, like some of my best friends like Coke Zero. But to me, any of these like fake sugar, these aspartame or like, whatever these different whatever these ones are, right? These fake sweeteners just have the grossest taste, and especially the aftertaste. Like the way it sits in my mouth is just so disgusting to me. I don't understand how anyone can drink this stuff. I took one sip and it's just sitting there. Like I barely have any in my mouth. It's disgusting. This thing is gross. I'm giving it a nobody touch it to mango to the Diet Pepsi.
Chad, thank you for saying what needed to be said. Diet soda is a fucking scourge on humanity. It's awful. I
give it to him, Novak.
I don't get.
Put it in its place.
Go off, King.
Look, there's drinks that like invariably taste bad. Like when you're growing up, like beer is something that I drink now, Geiger. You drink much more of. When you grow up, it does.
Whoa, shots fired. All right. Geiger's is actually an intervention. Put the Diet Pepsi down, please.
It does. Right. Everyone, when you try it when you're a kid, it tastes awful, right? Because it just doesn't naturally taste good. Coffee. That's another thing people drink a ton of. Geiger, you drink a lot of it.
More than us. Also, Mountain Dew tastes like shit. Geiger, you drink a lot of it.
Or like, bathwater. Geiger started drinking bathwater. It's just fucking nasty.
So, and those are things that people like develop taste for. Or they like start to crave. Diet Pepsi is another one of those things that fucking naturally just tastes awful. It's really bad tasting. And has aspartame been proven to be just as bad as sugar? Am I wrong about that?
Bad effects of stuff.
Yeah, it's like more cancer causing or something. But yeah. I think it has to be like really large quantities.
Besides the cancer.
it doesn't actually. It's not actually like good for you, right? It's not like gonna like. No. It's not like drinking water or whatever.
No. And look, I'm speaking from a person who's not in some tremendous shape or even any good shape, but people who drink a bunch of Diet Pepsi are not in good shape.
If you want to get in shape, cut out soda. Like, just cut it out.
Right.
All of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's just, Jim would put it, their per capita rascal purchases are higher than people who drink regular Pepsi. So I'm going to give this a nobody touch it to mango for this Diet Pepsi. Geiger, do we have 3 nobody touch it to mangoes?
I distinctly recall Michael Phelps just, and the minute he popped out of the pool, just ripping into a can of Diet Pepsi and drinking it. And then he walked in and had a foot-long ham, cheese, and snot from Subway. That's what athletes do. They fuel their body. No, I I remember I used to work with a woman. In fact, listener of the podcast and friend of ours, Chemnitz, also worked with this woman who was not, let's just say she was not the athletic type. And she would come into work with this like giant, like, and I mean, like, I'm making a circle with my hands, which is no good for the listeners, but like,
oh, it's a big
basketball
circle,
diameter. Like, it looked like a bucket with a handle. It was like a giant, like, think of a big gulp, only like times 5 or 6, and would just fill it with Diet Pepsi and drink it all day. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. So my wife likes it. My stepmom really likes Diet Pepsi, or used to. I can see where maybe some people just like the taste. I guess tastes are different for everybody. I hate diet soda so much. So much. It's
Here.
It's a running joke of ours with my wife, because sometimes when she'll go to the grocery store, she's like, do you want anything at the grocery store? And I'll say, just get me, because I don't like keeping soda in the house because I'll drink it too much. So I said, just give me 1 20-ounce Mountain Dew. And then she'll come home with a diet, and I'll literally be like, God damn it. Like, I was always looking forward to it. And then it's like I'm drinking this fucking iron filings green ooze. Fucking
You still
nasty.
drink it?
Well, no, I mean, I don't want to waste the money, but it's,
I fucking hate diet soda. And here I am drinking away.
I slaved away at a coal mine so our family could afford 1 soda a week. No, diet soda's terrible. This is definitely you can't touch a mango. A catchphrase which is not even accurate from a show no one watches. Well, that's not true. Saturday Night Live's pretty popular.
It's pretty popular.
I've never heard of it. But yeah, I'll give it a you can't. It's terrible. You can't touch the mango.
All right, time for the main event. Nitro Pepsi. Hear the noise.
Oh. It's less what is it? Less carbonated or more what is it?
Whoa, it's shooting out.
Mine came foaming.
Oh, you're supposed to pour it into a cup. It says.
Sure are.
Oh.
Pour hard
Pour
and drink
hard
easy.
And drink easy. Ooh. Oh,
That's
yeah. There's
like,
actually instructions in the front. Chill can. Pour hard.
Pour that shit hard.
It's like a
the
Guinness.
pour hard. The can is directly 180 degrees.
So I don't have a cup. Can I still drink this thing?
Nope.
I'll pour it into the cup. I use my day.
Heavy foam at the top.
Yeah. Well, that's what nitro is.
I'm gonna pour it into my Diet Pepsi. No, I don't have a cup. I'm just gonna
nitro
drink it
is
from
like
the can.
a lot. It's got lots of little bubbles. It's like Guinness. When you've opened a can of Guinness, it's got nitro in it.
All right, let's talk about it a little. It says all along the top it says draft cola, and then on big letters, smooth, creamy, and easy to drink. So the theory here is that this is just supposed to go down a little easier. Drinking it from the can, I'm just getting a mouthful of foam.
Well, you got to turn it 180 upside down and pour it into your mouth that way.
Stone cold.
If you want me to touch the mango, give me a hell yeah.
Holy shit. Chad, you just drank hard right there.
Yeah, well, I was trying to get past the foam, so I tilted it up at really steep, and then the liquid comes in underneath the foam, and so you can taste like how it is definitely like smoother, right? And by smoother, they just mean like less carbonated, basically.
Less carbonated, right? It's definitely, the foam is definitely like creamier. It looks like like you said, it looks like the foam on top of a Guinness.
Yeah, I mean Guinness has like a nitro ball, like a ball to keep it moving, and like nitrous in it, and like nitro infused beers. That is what it is, like tiny little bubbles that force it to the top and make it creamier of a drink. I actually really like nitro beers. I drink too much beer. That's not like, no, I'm kidding.
Calorie wise, looks like, how many ounces in this thing?
It's 30 additional calories because I've got the two tall boy cans side by side. Regular Pepsi is 200 calories in a 20 ounce, or what is this? 16 ounce. And then the Nitro is 230 calories in a 16 ounce.
Okay.
Oh, wow. It's 3 times as much sodium in the Nitro.
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Contains 125% of your daily value of sugar. That's not good. I just, my heart just exploded in my chest.
Well, even the regular Pepsi is 110%. So.
Okay. I'll go first.
Ooh.
So one time, back in a different episode, when Chad told an old story about when you woke up, the first thing you did back in your earlier years was drink a Coke because you liked that the first thing hitting the back of your throat was that burning Coke taste.
I could feel it tear the skin away from my esophagus from the night before.
Mm-hmm.
So that is absent from here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
And I will agree with the younger Chad in that there is an appeal to that.
Hell yeah.
Right?
And that's the bottom line.
There's an appeal to that throat burningness that you get from a caffeinated soda.
Mm-hmm.
I think the caffeination or the carbonation is part of the appeal. Like when this tastes sort of like drinking flat soda. All right. It is smoother and creamier. I will give it that.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever that adds, it's not overcoming the carbonation feeling that I'm really missing. It's not as bad as a Diet Pepsi. It's not even in the same fucking ballpark as a shit-ass Diet Pepsi.
I have rarely seen Novak so passionate as when he's railing Diet Pepsi.
You're way more passionate about Diet Pepsi than you are about a worker sneezing all over your food.
You're
like, well, got other places to be. And she's like, well, what about this diet soda? Get the fuck out of my face!
How fucking dare you? Wash your goddamn hands!
Give me my fucking snot sandwich and let me out of here. The guy who was in front of me also, she was going, oh, sorry. And he just was going, I could tell he was also probably disgusted, but he was like, oh, are you okay? He didn't know what else to say.
Oh, are you okay? As he was slowly backing toward the door.
Yeah, his sandwich is already like halfway made.
I guarantee he just walked out of the restaurant and threw it in the trash immediately.
I should have helped him out and being like, hey, buddy, don't we have someplace to be?
You also have somewhere to be, stranger.
So I'm going to give this a poopsie because...
Oh, anyway, cool. Enough of those jokes. Let me get back to the serious rating. I will give it a poopsie, sir.
It is worse than a
Straightens his
Pepsi.
tie. I think I'll put it right on the poopsie.
Well, do you agree?
Not unless I'm forced to. Three fucking 4-year-old men sitting around talking about poopsie. Look, I kind of liked it. I think it, like I said, it tastes like Pepsi. It is smoother. Like I said, I really enjoy the nitrous or the nitro. Like I love nitrous infused beer. That's next year's Voodoo. You just drink the can and you just drop to the pavement unconscious. But I think the thing with beer is that you don't drink it for the carbonation. Like smooth is a fine quality in a beer. Mm-hmm. No one wants to drink a beer that's just like the harshness of Coke. No one wants to wake up and that first thing you hit the back of your throat is a carved up beer. I guess unless you're an alcoholic. In which case,
that's
seek
who
help.
wants it.
That's not good. I Yeah, I'll give it a poopsie. It's not bad. I'll give it a real fartsy poopsie. Because it tastes fine. It's just the smoothness is weird. Novak hit it on the head, kind of like articulated it well when he said it just tastes like you're drinking a flat soda.
When you guys, before Chad goes, when you guys hear the word nitro,
Yeah,
you just hear nitro. What is the first thing you think of?
Fast and Furious.
Do they mention that a lot? Like using
Yeah, I mean they have
nitro.
nitros in their car. They like hit it like at the right time
NOS.
to win the race or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I think about like video games where you hit the nitro in racing games, you know, that kind of
right.
thing.
All right, Chad, what do you think?
The mushroom in Mario Kart.
What do you think? Novak? The Gladiator?
Yeah, do you remember some old arcade game called like Off Road, and you like kind of you were in and you like ran like an S shape kind of a track. It was super fun.
Great
and,
game.
Like, you guarantee you could like buy nitros, and you like would push them to like sling your car.
Yeah,
forward.
no, that game was super fun. And then they made a sequel for Super Nintendo that was called like Super Off Road the Baja or something like that. That was like, but it was like 3D. I was like obsessed with that game for a long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you had to buy nitros.
And they made Mountain Dew Baja Blast, so it all comes full circle.
Wow.
Oh.
Nobody touched it off road. So that doesn't make any sense. It's no sense.
You paused and there was dead silence. You looked around. Nobody touched the ball. Like just fire it off and run. I liked it.
Did you though?
No.
Okay, so I've been thinking about this a lot, actually. So over the last 2 minutes since we tried it,
You have?
been deeply pondering this instead of listening to you guys. I think there's a place for this. Like, say you're eating like a meal, you want a soda, but it's a big meal, so you don't want your belly to be like really full from the carbonation, you know, because you got like a giant porterhouse or some shit in front of you. I could see.
Time out. You're drinking a giant porterhouse and a Pepsi?
No, a Nitro Pepsi.
Yeah.
What Culver's special is this?
I mean, we used to sell big steaks. We worked at Lone Star. We sold
Yeah.
big steaks and soda, right? Like, so this
Sure.
isn't out of the realm of possibility here.
Yeah.
But so I could see you wanting it there, but like most of the time, like you guys said, you do want that carbonation with the beverage, and so without that, it's kind of like I don't think it tastes bad. You know what it sort of reminds me of, actually. Do you guys ever do like root beer floats or anything like that?
Well,
Yeah,
I
had one
used to when
today.
I was a kid.
Yeah, so it reminds.
Oh, wow. Wide range. Well, okay.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I will say I'm with Novak. I do root beer floats pretty
5
regularly.
minutes ago.
Yeah, I had a root beer float last week.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, if I had one, I'd go poopsie. So I can't really.
Right. So to me, this kind of reminds me of like the way that the soda tastes. You know, like the consistency of the soda after you have that root beer float, but like without the ice cream and the flavor that ice cream brings, right? Like it puts a lot of foam to the top. It kind of flattens the soda a little bit, and it makes it a little more creamy. Sort of reminds me of that in a way. Anyway, I give it a poopsie.
Oh, boy.
All right, so Regular Pepsi is the best. All right, Gagger, where can listeners contact us?
If you'd like to listen to spend a half an hour trying 3 different Pepsis, only to tell you to drink Pepsi. If you want to hear 3 grown men say the word poopsie 15 times a piece, you can reach out to us at You Tried Dat. We're on all the things. We're on YouTube and Instagram. We're on Twitter at hashtag You Tried Dat. We're on Facebook with the You Tried Dat group. I mean, suggest next, I guess. Let us know what you think of the podcast. If you do have friends or family that you'd like to subject to this level of idiocy, go ahead. And as always, thanks for listening.
All right. Nowhere left to go. So we should be we'll be back with some upcoming guests, and we're going to be closing in on 200 episodes in the coming months. So stay with us.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll do it for this time. We'll be back next time. We're trying out 3 brand new snacks.
This.
Yep.